You kick off your day with a healthy choice. You grab those diet snacks to dodge sugar, and you squeeze in a workout, no matter how wild your schedule gets. You feel like you're checking all the right boxes. But what if I told you some of those harmless habits are secretly setting the stage for a chronic illness that millions of people are battling every day? Let's be real, the world of health advice is a confusing mess. One day a food is a superfood, the next it's pure evil. And that confusion can accidentally lead us down a really dangerous path. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on 5 seemingly innocent habits that could be messing with your blood sugar, and what you can do to turn things around, starting now. First up is a habit millions of us are guilty of, often thinking it's a clever way to cut calories: skipping breakfast. Whether you're in a rush or trying out intermittent fasting, ditching your morning meal can throw your body's metabolism for a loop. Here's what's really going on. After a long food-free stretch overnight, skipping breakfast can actually ramp up insulin resistance. Your stress hormones can spike, and your body gets worse at handling sugar later in the day. It's why so many breakfast skippers get hit with a massive blood sugar spike after lunch, followed by that all-too-familiar crash that leaves you exhausted and craving even more junk. Studies have consistently linked skipping breakfast to a higher risk of developing high blood sugar. The fix is simple. Just don't skip it. Go for a balanced meal with protein, healthy fats, and fiber. We're not talking about a 5-course feast. Even something as simple as Greek yogurt with berries or a couple of eggs can stabilize your blood sugar and set you up for a win. Next, let's talk about a habit that feels so responsible: reaching for diet sodas, low-fat packaged snacks, or those cereals that scream, "I'm healthy," from the box. The truth is, these ultra-processed foods are a secret enemy of good metabolic health. Here's the kicker. Even without a ton of sugar, these foods are often loaded with artificial sweeteners, weird preservatives, and other additives that can throw your gut and your blood sugar out of whack. Research has shown that a diet high in ultra-processed foods is tied to worse blood sugar control and a significantly higher risk of type 2 diabetes. These food-like products can send your glucose on a roller coaster and contribute to the very insulin resistance you're trying so hard to avoid. So, what's the move? Focus on whole, real foods. And become a label detective. If the ingredient list is a novel filled with words you can't pronounce, that's your cue to put it back on the shelf. Swap that diet soda for sparkling water with a squeeze of lemon, and trade the packaged snacks for a handful of nuts or an apple. Hey, if you're getting something out of this, do me a quick favor and hit that like button and subscribe. My whole goal here is to give you real, actionable advice to take back your health, and every little bit of support helps get that message out there. This next one is sneaky because it starts from such a good place. You decide to get healthy and dive headfirst into a popular high-protein or low-carb diet. While these diets can work, they can seriously backfire if they aren't balanced. The problem pops up when high protein just becomes an excuse to eat tons of red and processed meats. Study after study has shown that a high intake of animal protein, especially from processed sources like bacon and deli meat, is linked to a major increase in type 2 diabetes risk. On the flip side, diets that are rich in plant-based proteins, veggies, and whole grains are shown to be protected. The key isn't to demonize an entire food group. It's about finding a smart balance. Instead of just loading up on animal protein, start weaving in more plant-based powerhouses like lentils, beans, and nuts. Make sure your plate is also crowded with fiber-filled vegetables. A balanced plate is always going to be more sustainable and healthier in the long run. You might be the person who crushes it at the gym or goes for a run a few times a week. That's awesome, but what are you doing for the other 23 hours of the day? This brings us to habit number 4, prolonged sitting. Even if you're a regular exerciser, sitting on your butt for hours on end is its own separate risk factor for diabetes. It sounds dramatic, but the science is clear. Major studies have found that being sedentary for most of the day is associated with a much greater risk for type 2 diabetes. One meta-analysis found the risk was 112% higher. When you sit for long stretches, your muscles aren't contracting and using glucose from your blood, which messes with your insulin sensitivity. Think of it this way. Your morning workout is fantastic, but it can't completely cancel out the metabolic damage of sitting at a desk for 8 hours straight. The solution is to just move more often. The American Diabetes Association suggests breaking up sitting time every 30 minutes with some light activity. Stand up when you take a phone call, do a lap around the office, or bust out a few squats by your desk. These little movements keep your metabolism awake and engaged. And the final habit is one our hustle culture loves to brag about: skimping on sleep. When you treat sleep like a luxury instead of a biological necessity, you're doing direct damage to your metabolic health. When you're sleep deprived, your body's hormones go haywire. Your levels of the stress hormone cortisol shoot up, which tells your body to release more sugar into the bloodstream. At the very same time, your body becomes more resistant to insulin, so your cells don't get the message to pull that sugar out of your blood. Studies have shown that even a few nights of poor sleep can seriously increase insulin resistance, paving the way for a diabetes diagnosis down the road. The fix is obvious but hard for many of us: prioritize sleep. Seriously, aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep a night. Try to stick to a consistent schedule, even on weekends, to regulate your body's internal clock. Create a chill bedtime routine and turn your bedroom into a dark, cool, quiet sanctuary for rest. Alright, so let's tie this all together. We have skipping breakfast, relying on diet, processed foods, going all in on unbalanced fad diets, sitting too much, and cheating on sleep. The most powerful thing to remember is that it's the small, consistent, daily choices that have the biggest impact on your health. You don't need some radical, painful overhaul. By making a few mindful tweaks to these everyday habits, you can dramatically lower your risk of diabetes and build a much healthier future. You have all the power you need to change your health story, and that change can start today.